How y'all doing? It's Rob Bone, aka Preacher Man R&B and Snow, episode of Retro TV 91. This time I'm doing another Halloween Classics review, and I'm reviewing Toy Story of Terror. And what happens on this little short Halloween special is that they're on a road trip, and they're in the back of the trunk, and they're watching this scary old Dracula film. And Mr. Pricklepants, one of the new toys, is telling them how horror movies are supposed to go down and how what's going to happen and all this, and then they have a blowout and they have to stay at this motel overnight, and Mr. Pricklepants is telling them what's going to happen. Mr. Potato Head's going to be the first to get taken. Mr. Potato Head doesn't believe him, so he walks out, and some kind of creature takes Mr. Potato Head, and the rest of the Toy Story toys are trying to find him. And throughout the whole special, they're getting took one by one, and who they're getting took by is this pet lizard that the manager of the motel has to steal toys, and then he sells it for a profit. And the lizard takes all the toys one by one. First he takes Mr. Potato Head, then Pricklepants, then Rex, then he takes Woody, Buzz, and Jessie at the end, and they are all in this container, this little cabinet deal, and the manager is selling them, and Woody gets sold for $2,000, and he's packing Woody up, and the rest of the toys are trying to save Woody, and Jessie gets sold next, and she winds up on the outside of the container because the manager has to go to help Bonnie's mom because they're about to check out, and Jessie gets in one of the boxes, that way she can save Woody, and she's able to save Woody off the truck, and they get back to the manager's office, and Jessie's trying to tear down the curtain, that way Bonnie and them see all the toys and stuff, and the lizard is pulling her away, and she gets Mr. Potato Head's arm out of the lizard's throat, and the arm grabs a hold of the curtain, and the lizard tears the curtain down. Bonnie sees her toys, and Bonnie's mother gets the toys and tells the motel manager that she's going to call the cops, and she winds up calling the cops. The cops come in at the end of the special and is going to arrest the manager. And that's all that happened on Toy Story of Terror. If y'all ever watched Toy Story of Terror, what did y'all like about it? As always, Preacher Man R&B signing out. Y'all see you next episode of TV 91. See you next time.